Hello, everybody. I'm Zenith Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns, and welcome back to the Bun Squad Live. Subsequently, welcome back once again to Fate Gay Night. I am here once again with my husband slash wife, Philip Konzarowski. How's it going, Phil?
Hello, hello. Yes, I am both the husband and the wife.
Hi,
One
Kana.
day,
Hi,
everybody, one
Kana.
day.
Hi,
And
Kana.
Kana wants to get on this as well, like she always does.
Yeah, she always loves this stream. This is her favorite stream because it's gay.
It's very gay. I've
It's
been
it's
saying in the chat. So I found out that these people who made this made another H-rated visual novel that had an anime. No, I'm sorry, Ben. That's not accurate. Tsukihime does not have an anime adaptation. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tsukihime does not exist apparently.
No. Tsukihime very much exists. I hear it's a very acclaimed visual novel. I just wish that like it got an anime adaptation because they just never, they never gave it an anime adaptation for whatever reason. Like I don't get that. I really do not get that. Maybe with the remake out, they will absolutely give it an anime adaptation. But
Phil is the huswife. That is true. But Phil prefers he, him, or she, her, not they.
yeah, yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't pick that up. Yeah, no, they, them, please. He, him, she, her. I'm fine with either. You can call me he, call me she. I feel flattered by an interchanging of the two. But yeah, either or both at the same time is fine.
I just blame
But
Kana.
yes.
So, Phil, do you want to
Kana.
tell him what happened last time on Fate Gay Night?
Yes, I will. Last time we only got through like the majority of day one, and day one is very setup, like very much like a setup day, where you know we properly get to be introduced to both Taiga and Sakura, who we see in the prologue, but we don't properly get to like know their characters. But here, we finally get to see them more in depth now that we have control of the game's main protagonist, that being Shiro Emiya, and we know that he was involved in the fire that took place 10 years ago, and he was adopted by a man named Kiritsugu Emiya. Basically, we also see that he is friends with Shinji Mato, who is the brother of Sakura, who is also shown in the prologue. And so far,
Who
we've
is
really been
a
just matching
dick,
up.
and Shinji is the worst, the absolute worst, and I want to punch him in his dick.
Yeah, and so far we've really just been like recapping. Hello, also I'm confused. Hi, Ron Cowboy, how are you going?
Hey Rom, join the fold. Essentially what's going on is there's a magical war for the Holy Grail. A bunch of mages are fighting for it. And Shinji is not Shinji Ikari. Shinji is a character that this guy knows.
Shinji Ikari is a good boy. This Shinji is very much
This
not a good
Shinji
boy.
is the worst human being in the world and deserves to be kicked. Like, he deserves to be kicked in the dick for all eternity. Like, you know how Vegeta in that episode of DBZ Bridge was like, why do you keep kicking me in the dick? I want Shinji to be that on loop for 10 years.
Yeah, but essentially we've been going through the same events as the prologue, just from the perspective of Shiro now. So we're still in the process of catching up to that point. I feel like we won't catch up to that point till next stream, but we can get to that. We can get as far as we can this time around. We're planning to go 3 hours this stream.
Or
so
more,
we'll
dependent on my energy. But the thing
Yeah.
that you really need to know right now is that it's a magic Holy Grail war. The main character, Shiro, he was in a fire 10 years ago. That was the end of the last Holy Grail war. That's all you really need to know right now. Also, tiger, uppercut, tiger. And we're gonna
Well,
load.
without further ado, sorry, I'm chewing on some bread.
Chew on the bread.
Without further ado, you wanna start things off then?
No, I don't. You're not the boss of me. You're not my real dad. Love you, wifey. Anyway.
Love you too.
And the classes end like every other day. There are many kinds of students, ones that go to clubs, ones that hurry home, and ones that stay in the classroom for no reason. Like you, Shinji, what? Just stop. Go in the trash where you belong. It looks like I won't be in any of those categories. Monty Python and the Holy Grail did get wild. There are 7 people. It's a war to fight over the Holy Grail, and also there's hot girls, which I will date. All of them are my wife. It looks like I won't be in any of those categories.
すまない。ちょっといいか、エミヤ。今朝の続きなんだが、今日は時間あるか。
Sorry, Emiya, about the rest of the pairs. Do you have time today?
予定はあるといえばあるけど。
Well, I do have plans, but it's not like I'm just playing around. After all, the main reason I quit the archery club is because I wanted to prioritize work. Oh god, school days. We're eventually we'll get to that on Visual Novel Wednesdays, but
Oh no, we can't. I don't even think we'll be able to stream that. You think the H scenes here would be bad? Like, no, it's school days as a full-on animated hentai.
that's why we put something up instead. That's why we put something else instead. But we'll get to that.
No. Zen. You don't understand. When I say animated, I literally mean it's an animated scene. Like, you don't read it out loud. The characters are literally all voice acted, and it's like animated like a literal anime. So
We'll see what happens. Oh, you cannot stream on school days on Twitch. We'll figure something out. Anyway,
is it banned? Okay, yeah.
there's too much banned games on Twitch. Just let me play my visual novel. It's already been 5 years since Father died, and I decided to start working to pay my living expenses. If you work a lot, there are some jobs you just can't refuse. Today's an example. They're restocking inventory at work, and they asked me to come if I can, as any help is appreciated. And sorry, the voice chat is only for mods. It's nothing against any of my fans or friends. I've had bad experiences where someone I didn't know well enough jumped in and started making bad observations, and I had to shut it down, and we don't want that again. This bun has to be in charge. But it's certainly not something I have to go to. They're probably just having people come in because they want to party after work. There are 2 options. Oh yeah, we should have saved at this option. You were right. But anyway.
Yeah, it was like literally like 2 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna save here. Over this file, and I'm gonna write as in
fate route choice 2.
Fate route choice 2. Work or play. I know you're on the Discord, Rom. I remember you. I want, only mods are currently allowed to do it. So anyway, do we want to help out the student council, or do we want to go to work?
I say we help out the bro.
I mean, I'm more for helping out the bro. What do you guys think? Help out the bro? Waiting for chat to catch up on my end. Screw the office. Okay. Screw the office. All right. We have votes for screw the office. So we're gonna help the student council. Oh no, we got 2 votes for student council, 1 vote for Mula. Student council it is. It's something I've started. I should finish the job I began this morning.
予定変更。朝の続きだろ。任せろ。試験が始まる前に備品の修理なんて済ませちまおうぜ。
I'll change my plans. We're finishing the job from this morning, right? Let's finish the repairs before the exams start.
助かる。それでは美術部の患者を見に行くとするか。
Thank you. Let's go and look at the patient in the art club then.
はいよ。人払いはちゃんとしてくれよ。人目があると集中できない。
All right. Oh, and clear the people out of the room, will you? I can't concentrate with people watching me.
無論だ。他の連中に邪魔はさせぬ。
They're not cosplaying as anything. That's their school uniform. He doesn't need a snooty voice. He's a good boy. I gave him a smart voice. Of course, I won't let them get in your way.
Although now that Rom says that, it really does look like fucking Persona 1 school uniform.
Welcome to Persona Bun. Persona Bun time. One of these days I will stream Persona, but I'm waiting for more people to join in. Tell all your friends, if we get 100 people in here as a regular thing in a week, we'll do Persona.
I need to play Persona 1 myself.
Like, I can't just do it for 4 people. I gotta do Persona for, like, a crowd, because Persona is something I need to experience. I love 3, 4, and 5, but I haven't played 1 or 2. And I feel like I'm going to need people for that. Issei quickly walks to the hallway, and I follow him out of the classroom in a hurry. Persona 1 is on PSP and Vita, and that's why I usually use emulator for those type of games. The sun has already set when we leave the school building. And I'm not worried about the emulation because I own the PSP game, so I'm not, miffed about emulating because I already bought it. The school gates are already closed. It's 7 o'clock and way past curfew, but thanks to Issei, we're not in trouble.
いや、今日は助かった。必ずこの礼はするから。何かあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。
You helped me a lot today. I'll certainly make up for it, so tell me if you need anything.
そうだな。何かあったら言うよ。まあ、とりわけ何もないとは思うけど。
Yeah, I'll let you know if anything comes up. I don't think anything will, though. I didn't help him get something in return, so there's nothing I want from Issei.
まったく。人が良いのも
Full Metal Alchemist.
エミヤがいてくれると助かるが、他の連中にいいように使われるのは我慢ならん。人助けはいいことだが、もう少し相手を選ぶべきではないか。エミヤの場合、来る人拒まずすぎる。
Well, okay, that's a mouthful. But first of all, Emiya is the Full Metal Alchemist, confirmed. Equivalent exchange. We back then we believed that to be the world's one and only truth. Alright. Jeez. I guess it is a problem to be too good a person. It's helpful to have you around, but I can't stand it when other people use you to their liking. Helping others is a good thing, but you should be more picky with who you help. You just help anyone who comes to ask you. And what's wrong with that? Like, helping people is fun. It's good. I am the helpful bun.
そんなに節操ないか、俺。
Am I that indiscriminate?
これでは心ないバカどもがいいように利用しようというものだ。エミヤも忙しい身なのだから。たまには
Ben, stop hating on Issei. Issei's a good boy.
Yeah, no, Issei's good. Ben, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to shut you down there. Issei's a good boy.
Yes, and that's just going to let heartless idiots use you as they wish. You're a busy man, so it should be okay for you to decline from time to time. I can't really tell, but it seems like Issei's worried about me. No. Really? I've been called helpful since I was in middle school, as I don't turn down requests for help and don't ask for anything in return. I guess Issei thinks that's dangerous. Were you gonna say something, Phil?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything.
But I'm doing it because I want to, and it's not a problem as I decline things that I think are beyond me. Rom, you go to your corner. You go to your corner right now.
それは一斉がするような心配じゃない。自分のことは自分が一番わかってるさ。それに人助けは善行だろ。寺の息子が咎めるようなことじゃあるまい。
It's nothing for you to worry about, Issei. I know myself better than anyone. Besides, helping people is a good thing. It's not something a son of the owner of a temple should be trying to stop.
しかしな、エミヤのは度が過ぎるというか、このまま行くと潰れるというか。
And that's why you have to go to the corner, Rom. But I think you're going so far that it might eventually overwhelm you.
忠告は受け取っとく。それじゃあまた明日、学校でな。
I'll take your warning. See you tomorrow then.
それではまた明日。
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. Issei leaves, looking discontented. Issei's house, Ryudo Temple, is up in the mountains, so naturally our routes home go in different directions. I walk through the moonlit town. Walking up the road, I notice there aren't any people around. Spooky. Maybe, as Yasuhiro would say, this is the work of a ghost. It's a ghost. The time is around 7:30. There should be people around at this time, but there's no sign of anyone.
そういえば確か。
Oh yeah. There was some crime here in Miyama City a few days ago. A burglar murdered someone, I think. I told you it was ghosts. I'm not wearing Final Fantasy clothes, I'm wearing Kingdom Hearts clothes. This is a modification of the Kairi outfit. But yeah. With Aqua's pendant. But yeah. That must be why there's no one around and why the school curfew became 6 o'clock. The difference being Kingdom Hearts is its own universe and Final Fantasy is very different.
ガス漏れに
And
強盗
Kingdom
か。
Hearts is better.
物騒なことになってきたな。
I beg to differ, but okay. Gas leaks and murder, huh? It's been getting dangerous lately. Gas. Maybe it's because of all the booty wobbling. Look, if you haven't watched my last stream, you probably won't get that joke. But for all the in people right now, you if you're a real one, you get it. No wonder there are a few people walking around at night. It's getting too dangerous to let Sakura go home on her own. You're not worried about yourself? Sakura's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. Art-wise, there is a difference. But one has belts and one has dresses. I go for Kingdom Hearts for the dresses.
Oh, also I should point out for anyone who just joined the stream, because I know some people are just joining the streams like past session 1. I should point out that for these Fate streams or just visual novel streams in general, we're gonna try and not sidetrack as much as possible and just stay focused on the story at hand. Just because there is a lot of text, not just in this, but again in a lot of visual novels. So yeah, so we'll probably won't be like sidetracking all too much.
And I've thought about playing Killer 7, but I haven't played it myself. So, I mean, I maybe eventually, but not right now. Starting tonight,
Yeah.
I should walk her home. Huh? For a moment, I can't believe my eyes. There's someone on the road which I thought was empty. The person is standing above me as if looking down at me. Little Russian girl. Without realizing it, I hold my breath. It's a ghost! He's a ghost girl. The silver-haired girl smiles and descends the hill without a sound. As she passes,
早く呼び出さないと死んじゃうよ、お兄ちゃん。
you'll die if you don't summon it soon, Oni-chan. Oh, that's creepy. She says something strange. I go up the hill and reach my house. As the lights are on, Sakura and Fujine must be home already. Well, spooky moment over. I guess we probably won't get into the spookier moments.
That was an odd encounter.
You're gonna die. Oh, okay. I just, like, Shiro doesn't react to any of that, and he just says, okay. Hi, honey, I'm home. We're haunted. Ghosts. We got ghosts everywhere. And now we're back to normal. But this is gonna be a perfect game for the October time. One thing I am planning to do, and I want to do this October, I want to start doing Costume Quest streams around October, because Costume Quest is one of my favorite games to play every Halloween. But this is actually fitting to play around October too.
Especially Heaven's Feel, which we unfortunately won't be
Zentober. Zenoween. Zenoween is what I mean. I smell dinner the moment I enter the living room. At the table are Sakura and Fujine in the middle of dinner.
We're reviewing Danganronpa. That fucking video is 3 hours long.
Rom, I don't know if you've been paying attention to Discord, but I spent most of this year playing and getting footage for Danganronpa. I'm probably not going to stream it for another year just so I can not play it. Like, I've played it 3.5 times now. But we will get to that.
Yeah. Also, I hate to be a buzzkill, but I'm going to have to railroad us back onto the track of Fate Stay Night, so no more Dangan mangoes.
Okay. Rom.
Yes, we played. Both me and Zen have played every Danganronpa game aside from all of V3. All right.
I'm gonna be reviewing Danganronpa 2 very soon, but like, we know Danganronpa. At the table are Sakura and Fujine in the middle of dinner. It seems the main dish tonight is chicken and cream. Ooh, and Fujine, who loves white sauce, is in a good mood.
おかえりなさい先輩。お先に失礼していますね。
Welcome home, senpai. We're sorry for starting without you.
ただいま。遅くなってごめんな。もうちょっと早く帰ってくればよかったんだけど。
Sorry I'm late. I wish I could have come home earlier. You technically could have.
いいです。ちゃんと間に合いましたから。ちょっと待っててくださいね。すぐ用意しますから。
I know you're on a delay, Rom, but it's okay. We've been talking about it a lot on the Discord, and I know you're in the Discord. We're doing a Danganronpa marathon, so we're not going to be streaming Danganronpa anytime soon. No, you made it. Could you wait a bit? I'll get your dinner ready right away.
頼む。手を洗ってくるから、人のおかずを食べないように藤根を見張っといてくれ。
Yeah, alright. I'll go and wash my hands, so make sure Fujine doesn't eat my food. The tiger.
はい。きちんと見張っています。
Yes, I will. What is cry of fear? I return to my room.
Yeah, okay, Rom, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to like cut you off. Like, I know you have a lot of questions, but you can ask us on the Discord itself. Like I said before, for these visual novel streams, we want to like stay on topic on the game itself, because otherwise, we would take 100 sessions just to finish one visual novel. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut you off there.
It's fine if you want to ask questions. I don't mind answering them. I can't answer every question while I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
I return to my room. It's a fairly empty room compared to the shed, but since I don't have any hobbies, I think it's quite decorated. You do too have hobbies. Magic, fixing things, helping people. Most of them are random things Fujine has left here, though. I wash my hands, change, and return to the living room to find my dinner ready.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu.
はい、お口に合えばいいんですけど。
Oh, hi, Dipper. Say hi. I have here a boy. Hi, Dipper. Say hi.
That's alright, Rom.
Alright. Bye, Dipper. Oh, it's a horror mod for Half-Life. I'll have to look into it. It's my roommate's cat named Dipper. Like Dipper Pines, yes. Alright. I hope it is to your liking. Sakura is terribly modest. Her cooking skills have vastly improved in the past year. She has me completely beaten at Western-style foods, and I can barely beat her at Japanese food. Neither of us have touched Chinese. I'm pleased my pupil is getting better, but it's kind of depressing when the teacher is defeated by the student. Oishii desu ne. It's as good as I expected. And yes, I did take 2 years of Japanese, so I know some terms.
Fucking weeaboo.
Listen, okay, I said from the beginning of the Bun Squad, I am a weeb. I am a weeb. I'm here to entertain. Chicken becomes harder the longer you cook it, so it's juicier and tastier if you roast it before cooking it, even though it's tedious. That's done perfectly here. It's a master skill, forever beyond the clumsy Fujine. I heard that.
どうでしょうか、先輩。今日のはうまくいったと思うんですけど。
How is it, senpai? I think I did quite well today. And I don't think we're gonna use any sauce after the incident from last time where they put oyster sauce on it. I heard that, Curtis.
文句なし。ホワイトソースも絶妙だ。もう洋物じゃさくらにはかなわないな。
It's perfect. The sauce is great too. I guess you have me completely beat when it comes to Western food.
さくらちゃんがご飯作ってくれるようになってからお肉関係が美味しくなった。
Yeah, meaty food is much better since Sakura-chan started cooking. With that, Fujine, who had been preoccupied with her food, lifts up her head.
あ、ダメよシロ。学生がこんな夜更けに帰ってきちゃいけないんだから。
Oh, Shiro, a student mustn't come home this late. It seems she's in a bad mood now that she's seen my face, even though she was happy because of dinner.
もうまた誰かの手伝いをしてたんでしょう。それはそれでいいことだけど、こんな時ぐらいは早く帰ってきなさい。最近物騒だぞってホームルームで言ったじゃない。
Jeez, I bet you are helping someone again. That's good, but at least come home early at times like this. I even told you it was dangerous in homeroom. Does nobody listen to the tiger?
あれ、 シロに対して言ったんだからね。
I said it for your sake, you know.
あのさ、わざわざホームルームで言わなくてもうちで言えばいいんじゃないの？
Can you tell me that at home instead of in homeroom?
ここで言っても聞かないもの。学校でガツンと言った方がシロには効果的なんだもん。
One of them, Ben, one of them is his surrogate sister. You please stop that.
Listen, Sakura is a route, and Fujine...
I was not referring to Sakura, I was referring to Fujine.
Fujine is good too. She's hot.
She
I
is
tap
hot,
it.
but like she is hot. I would tap it. I would tap her as well, but also she's Shiro's surrogate sister.
Trust me, we're gonna get to the Fate stuff in a little bit. We're just getting through the slice of life stuff. But either way, I'm just saying, all the girls in this game are hot. I don't care. I'm not Shiro. I am a stand-in. Anyway, you wouldn't listen if I told you here. It's more effective if I tell you at school.
It's okay, Ben. You haven't played this before. You wouldn't know.
I still think that Fujine is hot, and I will romance her, because I'm not Shiro. Sensei, I think that's abusing your authority. You shouldn't mix work and private life.
それぐらいしないとシロはダメなのよ。
No, it's not enough for Shiro unless I go that
い
far.
つも人の手伝いばっかりして損してるからさ。たまにはまっすぐ帰ってきてのんびりしててもいいじゃない、バカチン。
He's always on the losing side because he's the one helping everyone else. You should at least come straight home and relax sometimes. That idiot, Bakane. The funny thing about understanding bits and pieces of Japanese is that I know when they get to certain parts of the sentence. And it's just like, I'm just like, baka.
バカチンとはなんだよ、バカチンとは。いいじゃないか。誰かの手伝いをして、それでその人が助かるんなら、損なんかしてないぞ。
Hey, what do you mean by idiot? I'm not on the losing side if I help someone and they're helped by it.
キリツグさんに似たのかな。シロがそんなんじゃお姉ちゃん心配だよ。
Man, I wonder if you got that from Kiritsugu-san. I wonder because you're like that. I don't exactly know how she's worried as she's energetically munching down her dinner. Like, I'm just imagining her, she's saying like, man, I wonder if you got that from Kiritsugu-san. I worry because you're like that. This tasty chicken.
藤村先生、今の話からすると、先輩って昔からそうなんですか？
Fujimura sensei, from what you said, has Senpai been like this since he was small?
昔からそうなの。なんか困ってる人がいたら自分から手を出しちゃうタイプ。けど、おせっかいってわけじゃなくて、シロはね、単におまささんなのだ。
Yep, he's always been like that. He's the type that goes to help people in trouble. But he's not meddlesome, he's just a bit precocious. So he's not quite Yusuke, he's a bit more like, not even Kuwabara. He's just kind of like, he helps people but not in the abrasive way. Fujine laughs dangerously.
藤ね。
I'm gonna be honest, I conked out for like a good minute there, and I was like, wait, has no one been talking? And I was like, well, I was in like a state of limbo.
This is for you. I'm doing this stream for you, wifey.
I know, thank you. Just I don't know why, I just have moments like that. It's not your fault.
Fujine, I'll get mad if you say too much. You too, Sakura. Don't ask such boring questions. I glare at them. Fujine clicks her tongue and backs down, but...
お話を続けてください。
Fujimura-sensei, please continue. Sakura is taking the lesson seriously.
じゃあ話しちゃおう。これがね、シロは困った人を放っておけない性格なのよ。 弱きを助け強きをくじくってやつ。子供の頃の作文なんてね。僕の夢は正義の味方になることです。だったんだから。
Phil, you're fired to the sofa. You're sleeping on the couch tonight. Sorry. Ben's orders.
Ben, unless you can get Zen over here to Australia, then that means nothing.
You're still sleeping on the couch. I don't care. Then I shall. See, Shiro is a person who can't ignore someone in trouble. It's like helping the weak and defeating the strong. In the essay he wrote as a child, he said, "My dream is to become a superhero." She's talking about things from so long ago. But it's all true, so I don't interrupt. Anyways, becoming a superhero is a goal I must not stray from, even now.
すごい子供だったんですね、先輩。
Wow, Senpai was a real kid.
すごかったよ。年上の男の子にいじめられてる女の子がいたら助けに入ってくれたし、桐次さんが武将だったから家事だって一生懸命こなしてたし。
Yeah, he was some kid, alright. He would go and help girls being picked on by much older kids, and he'd do the chores around the house because Kiritsugu-san wouldn't. I don't know if I'd want to stitch Australia to America.
ああ、あの頃は可愛くて純真だったのに、それがどうしてこんなひねくれた子になっちゃったんだろうな。
Man, he was so cute and innocent back then. So why did he grow up so crooked?
そりゃ藤姉がいたからだろう。ダメな大人を見てると子供はいろいろ考えるんだよ。悔しかったらちゃんと自分で飯作ってみろ。
Probably because of you. Kids think a lot when they see bad adults. Learn to make your own dinner before you say anything like that. Jeez. Nani? Fujine crumbles. I thought she might drop her head and repent, but...
お姉ちゃんは悲しいよ。さくらちゃん、おかわり。
Honei-chan is sad. Sakura-chan, can I have another bowl? I love Tiger.
Tiger's great. Tiger is fucking terrific. I love her.
Fujine asks for her third bowl. Dipper, come here. Come here, baby. Oh, Dipper's upset because the door to his human's room is closed. Relaxing after dinner, it's almost 9 o'clock.
さて、何をしたもんか。
Well, what shall I do? There's some time before my evening training. I should... Okay. More choices. Let's save. A third
More
save
choices.
file. Lots
I
of
have something
choices.
to say about this one, but say I have something else to say about this one, but say first.
Fate, route, choice. 3. What? What's the choices again?
The choices are 1, I'll take Sakura home, 2, I'll play with Fujine, and 3, I'll rest.
Sakura or Fujine?
Now, with that said, I would advise against doing the Sakura's option, because I think that not only does it make more sense for Heaven's Feel to do it then for Heaven's Feel, I also think some of the scene is cut down. And there's more added to the scene in Heaven's Feel, so I just think it makes more sense to do it there. So really, I think that it would make more sense to just limit this to the option between Fujine and resting.
Okay, so should we play with Fujine or rest? I will let the chat decide. Poor Dipper. He's...
Rom says sleep.
Dipper is sitting in front of the door, lying down. He's upset because he can't get to his human. All right, everyone's saying sleep, so we're gonna do rest.
Yeah, we'll do rest for now. We'll do Fujine for Unlimited Blade Works and Sakura for Heaven's Feel.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take a brief break in preparation for the training tonight.
風呂も空いてるし、さくらを家まで送るのは藤姉にお願いすればいいか。
The bath's ready, and I can ask Fujine to take Sakura home. Is it time for man service? Now that I've decided that, let's do things efficiently. First, I'll wake up Fujine, who's asleep in the living room. Then I'll thank Sakura for dinner, see them both off, and take a bath. No man service, goddammit. And so the day ends. Just before midnight, Emiyashiro must carry out his daily routine of using magic. I stretch out and adjust my breathing. I try to empty my mind. I ignore everything around me and pay attention only to what is inside me. That chicken, it was very tasty.
Tres.
Tres. On. As
You
if to
said you weren't gonna
hypnotize.
do the English voice acting.
Shush you. I do what I do. I will tres on. Yeah.
I'm just saying what you said.
Angry bunny. Angry bunny. Anyway.
I was like, how long are you holding on this?
I will hold as long as I want, damn it. You're not. I love you, wife, but I will do as I do. As if to hypnotize myself, I murmur the spell I'm long accustomed to. No, I really am hypnotizing myself. As I have no magic crest and no knowledge of magic, a spell is only a change to myself.
Suddenly we
Norma-
are in a serial killer's. Suddenly we are in a serial killer's basement. No, 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 that's Tsukihime.
This is a shed. This is a shed. This is his work shed where he makes stuff. Normally, there are no lines in a human body to allow the passage of magical energy. Rom, I am a bunny. I'm a were-bunny. And the new model hasn't been rigged yet. Shush. Now you're making me upset. I am too a bunny. I don't eat bunny ears. It's very... You're... Go to the corner.
The bunny ears cover up the screen anyway.
Like, do you not see them in the left side of the screen? We're the Bun Squad. Anyway. Normally, there are no lines in a human body to allow the passage of magical energy. To artificially change my body to create such a line, I need enough concentration to unify my whole body and every nerve within it. Magic is a battle with yourself. For instance, at this very moment, I am inserting a burning steel rod into my backbone. That seems counterproductive, but okay. This metal rod is the only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. When I insert it this deep into my body and connect it to the other nerves, I can finally become a magus. And I know technically it's pronounced magus, but magus sounds better. This is not a metaphor. In reality, something like a burning tongue, which cannot be seen or felt, is being inserted into my backbone. Yeah, you've been out for a while, Rom. We've been streaming for quite a while now under the Bun Squad banner.
Yeah.
僕は魔法使いなんだ。
I am a sorcerer. Emiya Kiritsugu, the man who said so, was really a magus. A living magus who performed many marvels and had touched the very structure of the world. As a young child, I admired him and asked him to teach me magic. But you cannot become a magus just through effort. It requires born talent and appropriate knowledge. And of course, I have no talent, and Kiritsugu taught me nothing of magic. Yeah, probably jamming a steel rod is not very good. He said something about me having no need of such knowledge. Hi, Dipper. Sorry I keep getting interrupted by cats, but I love kitties. Kitties are cool. I still don't know what he meant by that. But still, it didn't matter to me back then. I thought that if I could use magic, I could be like him. But I was not born with talent. No strength of magic circuit, no accumulated works of magic handed down for generations. The work of magic Kiritsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down the Emiya family, can only be passed on to a blood relation. A magic crest forces a rejection on those with no blood relation. So, as an adopted son, I could not receive the Emiya's family magic crest, and that is stupid. Blood isn't family. As we saw in Fast and the Furious, blood isn't family. It's all about family. The people around you, the people in this room, family. Found family. As I take another sip of my drink. How long have we been going, by the way? Stupid blood, I hate your face. Almost an hour.
Yeah, almost an hour. 52 minutes.
All right. I'm not tired whatsoever, so we're good.
Nice.
Well, anyways, as I don't even know what a magic crest is, it doesn't matter if I have one or not. You're a bad magus then. If you don't know what it is. So now all it comes down to is training what I can do. If I want to be a magus, I have to learn magic fit to my nature. To be blunt, magic is a way to release one's magical energy. You could say that magical energy is my life force. It is divided into two forms. A large source, mana, floating around the world, and a small source, odd, created in oneself. It goes without saying that the large source is superior to the small one. The power of mana is on a completely different level from the odd. Whatever the form of the magic, a spell using the large source far exceeds one using only one's own power. That is why superior magi excel at drawing magical energy from the world. It's like a filter. A magus turns his body into a filter, sucks out the mana from the world around him, and changes it into something he can use. This filter is what we call a magic circuit. This is the talent one is born with, and the number of the magic circuits within you is determined the moment you are born. Normally, human beings do not have many magic circuits. To begin with, there are always very few. That is why magi pile them up generation after generation, making their children more suitable to use magic. I hear some families go too far and increase the number of magic circuits by selective breeding. Well, since I was raised in a normal family, I don't have many magic circuits. I wouldn't exactly call your family normal. So that leaves only one method open to me. According to Kiritsugu, every person has at least one form of magic they are fit for. He said something about drawing out magical energy appropriate to their origin, but I didn't really understand. All I know for sure is that even if I have some magic I could use, and if I train that magic, I may be able to become like Kiritsugu. That is why I learned only that magic. That was 8 years ago. After a lot of thought, Kiritsugu finally accepted me as his student.
いいかいシロ、魔術を習うということは常識からかけ離れるということだ。死ぬ時は死に、殺す時は殺す。
Listen, Shiro. To learn magic is to stray away from common sense. You die when you die, and you kill when you must. People die when they are killed.
僕たちの
I'll
本質
say
は
yet Zen.
生ではなく死だからね。魔術とは自らを滅ぼす道に他ならない。
Our essence is not in life, but in death. Magic is only a way to destroy yourself. Carl, that kills people. I guess I had no fear as a child. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly.
My tummy was feeling the rumblies that only hands could satisfy.
But Carl, that kills people. I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do. Hey, Cosmic. Kiritsugu smiled bitterly, putting his hand on the nodding Emiyashiro.
君に教えるのはそういった争いを呼ぶ類のものだ。
What I will teach you will bring you conflicts.
だから人前で使ってはいけないし、難しいものだから鍛錬を怠ってもいけない。
That is why you must not use it in front of people, and you must not cease your practice, even though it is difficult to learn.
でもまあ、それは破ったって構わない。
Well, I don't really care if you break that one. God,
一番
Kiritsugu.
大事なことはね、魔術は自分のためじゃなくて、他人のためだけに使うということだよ。そうすれば、シローは魔術使いではあるけど、魔術師ではなくなるからね。
Shiro, you must go to the Dagobah system. Hey, go JB Jira, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. We're reading about magic. It's awesome. This is Fate Stay Night. Having a lot of fun. The most important thing is that magic is something you use not for yourself, but for others. If you do that, you may become a magic user, but you will not become a magus. I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to become a magus. What gave that away? Him saying he didn't want you to become a magus? I wonder. I don't care about that. You should. Like, we don't have to explain it. I'm just, you need to question things more, Shiro. All right, later,
Bye, Rom.
I don't admire a magus, I admire Kiritsugu. So why don't you become a sorcerer instead? It's an energy field that binds all living things. Wait, wrong script. If I can become like Kiritsugu and be there for someone on like that on... If I can become like Kiritsugu and be there for someone like on that red day, that will be... You're a wizard, Shiro. I'm thinking needlessly. I feel the iron rod in my backbone slide into place. If I lose control of my breathing now, it would be a fatal mistake. The artificial magic circuit will eat away my body and destroy it. If that happens, I'll die when I am killed. I wonder, is Archer an archer? Archer really is an archer. I would be only an amateur, failing such an elementary step. I grind my teeth and resume the connection. After a battle like walking on needles, the iron rod finally arrives deep within me and fuses with my body. This process took me about an hour. After that much time, I'm finally able to make one artificial circuit. One circuit that produces magical energy.
基本可視解明
Basic structure. Analyze. After that, it becomes a process of naturally flowing magical energy. Emiyashiro is no magus. Is he a magus? I wouldn't have guessed. If there is one problem with this writing, it does get repetitive a lot with certain details. My body will be destroyed. I will die. Yes, that's what dying means. He is only a magic user who can create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. So there's only one magic possible, which is
構成材質
parlor tricks. Konosuba. Look, I can make magic tricks. No. Composition. Analyze. Strengthening objects. It is a magic of strengthening that reinforces the object's abilities by understanding the object's structure and channeling magical energy into it.
基本可視変更
Basic structure. Alter. Before me is a metal pipe. I will channel magical energy into it, perform the simplest magic, and reinforce its durability. Basically, channeling your magical energy into something other than yourself is like pouring poison into that object. It is just as the blood of Emiyashiro is not the blood of the metal pipe. Pumping different blood only accelerates its breakdown. It certainly wouldn't strengthen it. To prevent that, and to turn the poison into a tonic, one must completely understand the structure of the target and channel the magical energy into small, open spaces. Composition. Reinforce. It must be easy for a skilled magus, but for me, who cannot even create sufficient magical energy, it's as hard as hitting a target hundreds of meters away. The usual target in archery is 28 meters away. How much harder it is at many times that distance goes without saying. The heat in my body quickly escapes. Oh, thank you for 100 messages tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. The burning pillar in my backbone disappears, and the lungs stretched to the limit demand air. I arc my back to hold off the days, almost making me pass out.
くそまた失敗か
Phil? Phil? Baby? I think we lost Phil. Ah, damn it. I failed again. There's no change in the metal pipe. It seems that the magical energy I poured into it has evaporated into the air.
元から形があるものに手を加えるのはきつい
It's hard to improve something that already has form. The thing I'm attempting is like adding something to an already complete work of art. Adding to a complete object risks making it less perfect. Adding unnecessary things will actually decrease the value. That is why the magic of strengthening is simple, yet difficult, and only a few magi use it willingly. It's not like I use it willingly either, but it can't be helped as this is the only thing I'm good at. It would be much easier if I could just form something out of clay and use it instead, but a substitute in appearance doesn't have the internal structure to match. The junk around here is a good example. When I fail with strengthening magic, I make some substitute objects to practice and to calm down, but they all end up with nothing inside. I can visualize something's structure easily, so I can make the outside look like the original, but it's empty inside, and of course, it doesn't do anything. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Now that I think about it, I realize my whole body is sweating like I've been drenched with a bucket of water. But I'm lucky it just ended like this. This is a visual novel. It's called Fate Stay Night. It's about a holy grail war between magi. Part of it is slice of life, but the other half right now is about magic and practicing magic, and about a war between magic users trying to claim the Holy Grail. But I'm lucky it just ended like this. That was really bad. If I'd taken a second longer to recover myself, I would probably have destroyed most of my body.
死にかけた分上達するならまだ見込みがあるんだけどな。
If I improved every time I came closer to death, there might be some hope. It's not even that easy. But it is true that you won't improve your magic if you're scared of death. Trying to claim something from a religion that would see them as blasphemous? What do you mean? Oh, well, it's a mythical Holy Grail, and the mythical Holy Grail is being covered up by the church. They'll explain it later. As long as you study magic, death is always right beside you. Even a simple magic repeated every day can go off with a simple mistake, taking the caster's life.
魔術師にとって一番初めの覚悟とは死を容認することだ。
The first step of a magus is to accept death. Kiritsugu said so sadly. Maybe he meant that he didn't want me to take such a step.
誰かを助けるということは誰かを助けないということ。正義の味方っていうのはとんでもないエゴイストなんだ。
Saving someone means not saving someone else. A superhero is really selfish, huh? Kiritsugu said that to me when I told him I wanted to be just like him. I still don't know what he meant. But Emiya Shiro has to become a superhero who goes around saving people, just like Emiya Kiritsugu.
その割にこんな処方がうまくいかないんだもんな。なんでいざって時に雑念が入るんだ。バカ。
But I still can't even do basic things like this. Why do I get distracted by needless things at the most important times? I'm so stupid. It's not enough to understand the structure of an object with mere vision. A skilled magus only detects what's important and channels magical energy without waste. My dream is to become a superhero. I remember what Fujine said during dinner. I don't think it's embarrassing nor impossible. It's already determined. Emiya Shiro will succeed Emiya Kiritsugu. That's why, even though I'm inexperienced, I've done everything I can. I don't know what kind of a person a superhero should be, so I can only approach it by helping others within the limits of my abilities. I have aimed straight for that goal for the past 5 years, but when things just go wrong like this, I do have doubts.
点でわからないよ、親父。
Jeez. I don't get it, Father.
一体さ、何をすれば正義の味方になれるんだ？
How can I become a superhero? I look up at the sky through the window. It's not like I can just randomly do good deeds. I think being a superhero is different from just helping others. I know that, but the question is, how can I become one? The difference between the two is the thing I've failed to understand for the past 5 years. Alright, the next day. Day 2. My awakening is dark. There's always good old-fashioned radiation. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. What I imagine are swords. I don't know why it is, but this is the only thing that comes into my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. It may just be one of the aspects making up Emiyashiro. There are no dreams to dream. I dreamed a dream of time gone by. The only things I recall from sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about magi. Even if I'm an amateur, if I'm a magus, it's only natural for me to understand the kind of world I live in. Frankly speaking, a magus is an exception who deviates from modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that the group of magi is called the Magic Association. He also said that I shouldn't associate with them. You don't want to associate with the association? I think that's the definition of irony. Phil, you're actually here. Did you fall asleep?
Yeah, I am here. Yeah, I'm not falling asleep. Don't worry. In fact, I'll be right back. I just gotta do something real quick. Okay?
Okay, I love you.
Love you too. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, while Phil's gone, let's all make fun of him. Let's make fun of Phil behind our back. The Magic Association hides magic and organizes magi. They basically keep watch to see that magi do not affect society with magic. But the strange part is that they do not prohibit misuse of magic. Phil, you're not dead anymore. According to Kiritsugu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic. So they don't care if you kill someone with magic. It's not like the Dresden Files. They're more just saying, all right, magic has got to be secret because otherwise we're going to be pursued. But if you use it to kill someone, they'll look the other way. Even if a magus carries out his research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. Their priority is that magic should not become public, so that they do not ban magic. The Philharmonic Orchestra! Okay. Go JB Jira. You win the coveted Bun of the Week award. You learned I was a magic user, well, time to die. That's actually what happens, because if someone finds out, you have to kill witnesses. That's the only decree of the Magic Association, and it's stupid. So they're crazy people who think you can do anything as long as you don't get caught. Much like the church. Want to know the funny thing? The Magic Association is partnered with the church. Anyway, the surveillance of the Magic Association is thorough. Most magical research would cost the lives of ordinary people, and as a result, the existence of magic would become public. Yeah, they're supervillains, basically. So, the association does not allow research that would harm society. But doesn't killing people harm society, in a way? So Magi stay at home and research quietly while the normal world carries on unmolested. Phrasing! Okay, phrasing. Yay, crusades, pretty much. Hence, Magi only try to hide themselves to escape the association. So perhaps I just don't know it, and a Magus lives in this town. Oh, you mean Rin? Yeah, Rin knows about you. I hear...
back.
Welcome back. So, we got to the part where we learned about the Magic Association and how they're dicks.
Yeah.
The Magic Association are basically supervillains. Also, they're crazy people who think they can do whatever they want, and I'm just like, so basically they're the church. And I'm like, the funny thing about that joke is that they operate out of the church.
Yep. Yep.
The Magic Association are the Sith. they believe
Not
in
exactly. Like they are on the good side. They're just also they're kind of stuck up and higher ups.
They're like, I don't know if you've played Mass Effect. They're like the Council.
Yeah, that's a good way to put them.
They're basically the Council for Mass Effect. They're not very good at their jobs, but they need proof. Grey Jedi, yep. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. They are called the Second Owner, an elite, and the association entrusts the area to them. Magi who would live in the area must visit them. Let's try that again. Magi who would live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. Alright, I need some water. I'm starting to fumble lines. I mean, I've only been going an hour and 15 minutes or more with water breaks. By the way, what happened to you? Did you fall asleep?
I ain't fall asleep. I just kind of conked out for a second there, but I'm all good now. I took a second to deafen and freshen myself up. I'm doing all good now, so you don't have to worry about me.
Okay. Just I'm gonna use my magic, my cat magic and my bunny magic to keep you awake, okay? You wanted 3 hours. You're getting 3 hours.
Yes. Yes.
Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here without the permission of the landlord. You literally inherited the property from Kiritsugu, a sorcerer who outranks a magus. You're not a thief. Father was an outlaw who cut his ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator of Fuyuki. The owner doesn't know that Emiya Kiritsugu was a magus, and Kiritsugu didn't know who the owner was. With reasoning like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Father, the real magus, has passed away. And I, his son and pupil, don't know the magic association and have not the skill to be a magus. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. Sure, they're gonna outlaw you for strengthening a pot.
Yeah.
No, I've heard that Japan is relatively hidden from the eyes of the association, so I think I've just not been found out. Dude, they know about you. They know.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna say Shiro. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Shiro's very naive, if you haven't gotten that by now. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic hunters of the church will come after you. I don't know about the association, except for all this stuff. I know for some reason. Yeah, he is a little bit contradictory, I would say.
There is still a lot he doesn't know. Like, basically, all he does know is that, like, is, you know, just what has been told to him, which, granted, is still not much.
That just means that whatever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Emiya Shiro. Are you Emiya Shiro? Just have to study independently, taking that into account. I wake up to see the sun shining in through the window. The sun may have just risen as it's still a bit dark outside.
さすがに朝は辛いな。
I'm really not good in the mornings. I get up, trying not to be defeated by the morning chill, and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. One of my strengths is waking up at this time no matter how late I go to sleep. I do sometimes make mistakes and wake up late like yesterday, but I usually wake up early.
それじゃ朝飯と。
Alright, breakfast. Steak, eggs, sausage, 3 pounds of bacon, some hash browns, and some cheesy eggs. Since I let Sakura do... What's that? Too Western for him? Well, you know what? You know what? I don't care. What futon? My god, Chiro's Japanese link car. I mean...
Oh, God.
He doesn't have a hat, but he does angrily eat lettuce. Since I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, I have to return the favor this morning. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and put it in a pancake. I should finish preparing before Sakura arrives. Did you say day 2 was short?
Yeah, day 2 is shorter than day 1, just like the prologue.
Alright. I cook rice and make some miso soup. It was
Now
radish.
Now we've passed the long ass we've passed the long ass exposition, and now we're on to a recurring thing in Fate Stay Night, that being Fate Stay in the Kitchen.
Fate Stay in the Kitchen, or today's menu for the Emiya family. Welcome to Food Wars, everyone. Food Wars. This isn't a holy grail war. It's about food. All right. I cook rice and make some miso soup. It was radish and carrot yesterday, so I make onion and potato miso soup today. I also make the usual broth egg and broth boil, and I'm done. I cut and salt the sari and stop just before cooking it.
よし、こんなんでいいか。
Alright, that should do it. JB Jira, he has a fancy house. Like, it's traditional and old, but it's fancy. It's almost 6 o'clock. I finished earlier than expected, so I have some extra time. So what should I do?
そうだな。これだけ時間があれば一汗流せるか。
Yeah, I guess I can train a bit if I have this much time. The morning exercises are my daily routine, so I'll go and move my body a bit. By the way, this is also in his house. He has a dojo. The Emiya household has a splendid dojo.
Mm-hmm.
It was built for pleasure. For pleasure? I think that the terminology there should be entertainment or for recreation. It was built for recreation when the house was built, so there's no particular purpose to it.
ま、 藤姉が好き勝手使ってるけどな。
Well, Fujine is using it for herself, though. I hear that this place was Fujine's playground even before I came here. This is basically Japanese Batman. This is his welcome to the Batcave. But instead of having money, his superpower is fixing things. He is repairman, man. And if you get that reference, you get a cookie because that's old.
Also, I just literally noticed this now. We forgot to change the stream title from session 4 to session 5.
Ah, damn it. Let me change it now. I can do that now.
Oh.
Give me a second.
Oh, awesome.
I copied and pasted and I forgot to change the thing. No, don't watch myself on the stream.
Okay.
Present Zen, stop being live, everybody.
Double vision.
All right, edit stream info. I'm gonna keep this stream manager up because I do want to raid someone later, and I still need to see where we can raid. Come on, session 5. Done. All right, let me just check. Let me just check one thing. Okay. So right now I see someone who's streaming. We might be raiding them later, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep that up. In any case, let us continue with what we're doing. Dipper. All right, we're taking a Dipper break because Dipper is currently. I put a blanket on the couch because the cats love the blankets, and he's currently going underneath the blanket and hiding, and playing with it. Dipper, you're so cute, and now I have to watch the blanket. But I love you. You're such a cute little kitty. No one can see me. I am an orange ninja. I am Dipper, the orange ninja. I need a cat cam. I don't want a camera on my face, but I want a cat cam.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I hear that this place was Fujine's playground even before I came here, but I became Kiritsugu's student and started using this place a lot. So Fujine hated me back then. Well, there's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Party! Even a magus cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for a magus is to have excellent physical abilities. While Kiritsugu was alive, we had many matches here. Oh no, Dipper's a ghost. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by Dipper. I have 3 cats right now. One is not mine. One is my roommate's cat, Dipper. And then there's Kana and Chiaki. And then I have Midnight, who is over at my parents' house. But I don't get to see him much.
Yeah.
I miss Midnight. Okay. Well, it was pretty much him beating on me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win in a fight. Child abuse!
Oof.
But I think that I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or murder. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and times will come when you have to fight. Dipper beat me up. Listen, Dipper is the sweetest little boy. I love him to pieces. He does not beat me up. Kana is a little thug, and she tends to beat me up, but she cuddles me. So it's a give and take. For a magi, a fight means killing each other. So I think what Kiritsugu wanted to teach me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of defeat. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises. Things like push-ups, sit-ups, and stretching, 10-kilometer run every day, that sort of thing. And then one day I will become One Punch Man.
1 pound.
1 punch! Not too different from the morning practices I did in the archery club. The only difference is if I'm training lightly or heavily. Did you put on your weighted gi today?
おはようございます先輩。今朝はもう済んでしまいましたか？
Good morning, senpai. Have you finished preparing breakfast already?
ね、朝食の支度なら済んでる。あとは食器の支度と魚に火を通すだけ。
Yep, breakfast is done. All that's left is setting up the table and cooking the fish.
それならお手伝いします。食器の支度は任せてください。
Oh, I'll help then. I'll prepare the dishes. Sakura is cheerful. And behind that admirable junior.
この匂いはシローの卵焼きね。そっか、今朝はシローの朝ごはんなんだ。
Oh, this is the smell of Shiro's omelet. I see her making breakfast this morning. Fujine moves slowly to the table.
あれは放っておいて。
Well, that aside, first I have to cook the fish I've
さ
prepared.
くら、皿は真ん中のやつ使ってくれ。その方がうまく見えるから。
Sakura, can you use the dishes in the middle? That will make it look better.
この表面がブツブツのですか？
This one with the bumps?
そうそれ。焼き物は皿にも気を配らないと手抜かりになるからな。で、
Yeah, that.
大根はもう吸ってあるから。
You have to think about the plates too, or it's an oversight. Oh, and the radish is already grated. Sakura takes out a dish from the back. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward. That Shinji, I'm gonna kick his ass.
さくら、ちょっと待った。
Hold on, Sakura.
はい。何ですか先輩？
Yes, what is it, senpai?
その手首のあざ、なんだ？
What's that marker on your wrist? Oh, She looks away awkwardly. And that tells me...
Later on, it's gonna become important.
And that tells me who caused that bruise. Bunny rage engage.
またシンジか。あいつ、妹に手をあげるなんて何考えてやがる。
Shinji again, huh? What does he think he's doing beating on his sister? And now you know why Shinji is my most hated character in this game. Because
Don't worry, it gets worse.
Shinji, I hate him so much.
違います先輩。これは転んでぶつけちゃったんです。ほら、私鈍いでしょ？
Yes, you can turn Shinji into a pig. Time for a belt whacking. Yeah, Shinji needs a rapid series of kicks to the dick. That's not it, senpai. I fell and hurt myself. I'm a bit slow, you know?
だからよく転んで怪我ばっかりしてるんです。
So I fall and get hurt a lot.
バカ、転んだぐらいでそんなあざがつくか。信じたやつ、どうやらまだ殴られ足りないみたいだな。
Don't be stupid. How can you get a bruise like that from falling over? It seems Shinji isn't tired of getting beat up yet.
God, you're such a fucking Chad.
これ、本当に兄さんは関係ないんです。私が一人で怪我をしただけなんですから、先輩に怒ってもらう資格なんてありません。
No, Senpai, this doesn't have anything to do with Nissan. I really did this myself, so you can't get mad. Note to self. Throw Shinji out the airlock, because he is the imposter. Sakura falls silent. Sakura looks calm, but she's pretty obstinate. It's useless to say anything to her now. I'm sorry, Go JB Jira. Shinji isn't the most tactful person in the world. He's a good person, but his emotions have been deadened, and so, like, he does things without thinking.
わかった。さくらがそう言うんならそういうことにしておく。
Alright, if you say so, I'll leave it at that.
ごめんなさい先輩。
Yes, I'm sorry, Senpai.
だからどうしてそこでさくらが謝るんだ。悪いのはシンジだろう。
Why are you apologizing? It's Shinji's fault. At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly.
And look, I don't like to spoil stuff, and I'm not going to spoil stuff, but I will say Shinji will have moments of him getting his comeuppance. Just to put you all at ease, he will be getting his comeuppance. Don't you worry about that.
Also, for the new people here, Shiro was involved in a fire when he was very young, and he basically described it as when he got from the fire, he didn't really remember anything from that. He was reborn, and a lot of his emotions and feelings were deadened from that point. And so he's not calling her stupid in that regard. He's not very tactful. Like, he's treating it as he's getting pissed at Shinji. It's just the wording is not very good. Unfortunately,
Yeah, and he's getting pissed at the fact that that Sakura is getting abused, and that she's not willing to admit that she is being abused.
But he's not being tactful right now. I will agree to that. In other words, imagine every NPC enemy as Shinji. Yep, you can do that. In other words, he is the cause of that bruise. Mato Shinji has a bad habit of being hard on his sister, Sakura. Hard? Understatement of the century. I first noticed it about a year ago. Oh, by the way, we should probably, when we post this, make a note for abuse warning, trigger warning. I probably.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna have a lot of trigger warnings as we go through this series.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know this was the part where it was revealed. Then again, this is I haven't played much further than this, and I forgot. I only remembered most of the prologue, so this is mostly new to me.
Yeah, if you guys, again, we've said it before, but if you're wondering exactly where the point where Zen stopped off it was early on in day 4. I will point out the exact scene where Zen stops when we get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometimes, and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakura. So he's proud of it. Someone reset Ben. And yeah, it does make Bart Simpson look like a saint. But the fact that he said he was the one who did it, and you've seen the way Shinji acts. If you don't, he's basically like, "What? I'm Shinji. I'm an ass." When I asked him why he hit her, he said that he just hit her because he felt like it. Do you see why I hate this person? He felt like it. he deserves a kick in the dick, in the balls, every single time
And look,
someone looks at him.
I did this. I'll foreshadow to this now. I'll bring this up now, but we're mainly going to talk about this when we get to Heaven's Feel. I think the way they handle Shinji's character is very good, and like I think it's a natural thing for his character. The only thing I don't like is that for whatever reason there's this weird dissonance between like what we perceive Shinji as like early on and like who the kind of person he truly is. Like for example, Shiro still considers Shinji a friend, even though he will gladly beat the shit out of Shinji for abusing Sakura. There's a much bigger example of like what I'm trying to get at in Heaven's Feel that I can't talk about here, but yeah, I think Shinji's character is mostly handled well, but there's a bit of a dissonance there that we'll talk about more in that route.
Still, he deserves a kick in the dick.
Yeah.
Because he felt like that. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Since then, we've been estranged. I still don't regret punching him, nor should you. But I think it's my fault that Sakura is being treated worse.
先輩、兄さんとはその仲直りしてくれましたか？
Senpai, did you, work things out with Nissan? What is there to work out? I can work out my fist with his face if you want me to. And it's not Sakura's fault. Having been physically and emotionally abused before, you start believing that you're the cause of the problem. And this is a very, very tough thing. It's not solved by just beating up the person, even though I'm pissed at this person. It's not solved by talking sometimes. It's a very difficult situation, and I just want Sakura to get a happy ending, because she deserves better than this.
Yeah, she is my favorite character in the game, and like, God, I can't fucking wait for Heaven's Feel, but like, she is my favorite character for a reason. I think they handle her character really well, and I can't wait for you to see how they handle her in the game.
The other tragic thing about it being emotionally abused is that you still love the person. It's I know it's really weird, but like, I spent years with my dad emotionally abusing me and treating me like I was worthless because I got below an A on a test. And you still carry that, but you still love the person, and I still, like, after all these years, I still, like, I hate him, but I love him. And that's what the problem is. It's like, you don't want to retaliate, but you want it to end, and it's always so hard.
Yeah. It is really hard.
All right, yeah, I did. We didn't have a fight or anything, so it's not like there was anything to work out.
先輩にとってはそうでしょうけど、兄さんにとっては喧嘩をしたことになるんです。だからその気をつけてください。
It might be like that for you, but Nissan thinks you guys got into a fight, so, well, please be careful. For those who weren't here at that point, Shinji started the fight by verbally abusing poor Shiro. And Shiro didn't do anything, and still Shinji got pissed. I don't see how they ever became friends, and I don't like Shinji.
I think the thing is, they became friends at a really young age. As we see in the Heaven's Feel movies, they became friends at a really young age. So that bad blood more so started to like grow and grow as Shinji started to mature and grow into more of a shitty person.
Sakura says strange things sometimes.
気をつけろってシンジが
Be careful? You mean of Shinji? I kicked his ass earlier. What?
兄さん、先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。その先輩が退部するようになったのも兄さんのせいだって。
I'm sorry to hear that, Ben.
Yeah, really sorry to hear that, Ben. I hope hope things are better for you now.
Yes, I think Nissan thinks of you as an enemy, and he thinks that you quit the club because of him. He's right, because he's a dick.
それは違う。部活を辞めたのはシンジとは関係ない。いや、そりゃ多少はあったかもしれないけど、そんなのはさくらが気に病むことじゃないぞ。
Sorry about the heavy subject matter, guys.
ちょっと見苦しいから。
Yeah.
これは。
Fate Stay Night isn't just about a magic war. It's all about these relationships, and that's why the slice of life stuff matters. I care about these characters. I like these characters.
Yeah.
And I think
the slice of life is why the story works as well as it does.
It's like I care what happens to Sakura. I care what happens to all the other people, and just okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. I hope things are better. That's not true. Me quitting the club had nothing to do with Shinji. Well, maybe a bit, but it's still not something you should worry about. Like Shinji says, this is certainly indecent. I point at my right shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work, and I hurt my right shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one, and I got a burn on my skin. After that accident, I quit the archery club. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let us shoot formally even as students. The men expose their right shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. Since I was getting busy with work, I quit the archery club right then. Prick.
先輩、しつこいようですけど、本当にもう弓は引かないんですか？藤村先生も怪我なんて支障はないって言ってるのに。
Senpai, I might be persistent, but are you really not shooting anymore? Fujimura-sensei said your injury shouldn't be a problem.
何を平和な。藤姉は全身骨折しようが支障ないっていうやつだぞ、さくら。
What are you saying? Fujine wouldn't think it's a problem even if I broke every bone in my body.
先輩、私、真面目な話をしているんです。
Senpai, I'm being serious. I should answer seriously too, but I can't give her the answer she wants.
当分は部活をしている余裕はないよ。弓は好きだけど、優先するべきことじゃないし、しばらくは間を取ろうと思う。
I don't have time to do club activities for now. I like archery, but it's not something I prioritize, so I'm taking some time off from it.
しばらくってどのくらいですか？
How long is some time?
気が向いた頃かな。まあ、さくらが卒業するぐらいまでにはなんとか。その時はよろしくな、さくら。
I guess until I feel like it. Well, I'll try to make it back before you graduate. Welcome me then, Sakura. I pat Sakura's shoulder.
私、その時をお待ちしています。
Oh, yes, I'll be waiting. And she nods so powerfully that it seems she might drop the plates she's holding.
Okay, heavy stuff done for the time being. We can move on
Okay,
to some lighter
breathe.
stuff.
We can breathe. I need I need to get a drink. I am sorry for the heavy stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, heavens feel we're gonna have to like. I think even on the streams themselves, we're gonna have to put trigger warnings on because just like this stuff's a constant there.
All right. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have already left for the morning club activities. Morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday because Issei wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. I run into an unusual scene when I reach the intersection. Several police cars are parked outside a house. Sorry, Ben. It's no problem. It's just this is part of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry, Ben. Really sorry we didn't have a trigger warning. I should have had the foresight to like.
I just didn't know when it was happening. I thought it was later.
Yeah, any moment to do with Shinji or Sakura in the future, I'll keep a strict eye on and try and warn you about it before I realize it.
Something must have happened as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. Nani? I'm curious, but I can't tell what's going on with all the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. I reach school 10 minutes before the bell. I enter the main gate as usual. Hey, morning, Emiya. I bump into a familiar female student.
なんだ、まだ着替えてないのか、三綴。もうすぐホームルームだぞ。俺に挨拶なんかしてる場合じゃないだろう。
What, you've not changed yet, Mitsuzuri? It's almost homeroom. You shouldn't have time to say hello to me.
いや、ごもっとも。相変わらず釣れない野郎だね、エミヤは。
Alright, later go JB Jira. And thank you for watching the full stream later.
Yes, thank you. Means a lot to us.
You're right. You're cold as always, Emiya. She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuzuri Ayako. She was my classmate in first year, and she's now the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful, and everyone expected her to become captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age, so she's been the older sister type everyone counts on since she was a first year. Though she gets mad when people say that. According to her, she's not that old.
あ？今あんたよからぬ感想を漏らさなかったかもし。
Huh? Were you just thinking badly of me?
そんなものは漏らさない。あくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけだ。それで気を悪くするのは三綴の勝手だが。
I wouldn't dream of it. I was just thinking objectively about the truth. Though it's up to you if you want to feel angry about it.
お、言うじゃん。いいね。正直に答えるくせに何をどう考えてたかは口にしないんだもの。
Oh, you don't say. That's good. You answered honestly, but you never revealed what you were thinking about.
エミヤ、シンジと違って隙がないな。
You don't let your guard down like Shinji does.
シンジ？なんでそこにシンジが出てくるんだ？
Shinji? What does he have to do with this?
なんでも何も、あんたとシンジって友人じゃない。
Because you guys are friends.
シンジの男友達ってあんただけでしょ。それにお忘れでしょうが、私これでも弓道部の主将なの。うちの問題児とやめちまった問題児をくっつけるのは自然な流れだと思わない？
You're the only male friend he has, right? And you might have forgotten, but I'm the captain of the archery club. Don't you think it's only natural for me to connect the current problem student and the problem student that quit?
まあ確かに自然だ。弓道部ってのは関係ないけど、俺とあいつは腐れ縁だからな。
Yeah, that's certainly natural. The archery club has nothing to do with it, but I certainly do have an unsavory and inseparable relationship with him.
あ、カチンときた。あんたね、弓道部の話になると急に冷たくなるでしょ。
Oh, that makes me mad. You get so cold when talking about the archery club.
いいご身分よね。シンジをほっぽっといて、自分はさっさと退場しちゃうんだから。後に残された私とかさくらの気持ちとか、少しは考えてくれてもいいんじゃない？
You've got it nice. You left Shinji behind and just quit. Couldn't you think about those who are left, like me and Sakura?
シンジのやつまたなんかやったのか？
Did Shinji do something again?
あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど。
A day doesn't pass when he doesn't do something.
まあ、それにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。
But still, yesterday was a bit too much.
1年の男子が1人辞めたぐらいだから。
He even made a guy from the first year quit. Mitsuzuri sighs seriously. It's rare for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't ignore what she just said.
なんだよそれ。部員が辞めたってなんで？
What's that? A student quit? Why?
シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子に謝をさせて、的中するまで笑い物にしたとか。
Shinji took his anger out on him. He got loads of female students around and made the kid, who has barely started handling bows, shoot. He laughed at him until he hit the target.
はあ？お前そんな馬鹿げたことを見過ごしてたってのか？
Huh? And you let that happen?
見過ごすか？けどさ、首相ってのはいろいろと忙しいんだ。いつも道場にいるわけじゃないってエミヤだって知ってるでしょ？
Of course I didn't. But a captain's busy, you know. I can't always be in the dojo. You know that.
それはそうだが。にしても何考えてんだシンジのやつ。必要以上に厳しく教えることはあっても素人を見せ物にするようなやつじゃないだろう。
That's true, but what the hell was Shinji thinking? He does teach very harshly, but he's not the type to make fun of people like that. Dude, he was doing it to you yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, Shiro is really fucking naive.
呆れた。エミヤってば本当にあれだ。
I'm surprised. You really are like that.
あれってなんだ？今お前よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったか？
What do you mean by that? Were you just thinking badly of me? No, we were just saying that you're a little bit of a dunce.
あら、私はあくまで客観的な事実を連想してるだけさ。それで気を悪くするのはエミヤの勝手だね。
Oh, I was just thinking objectively about the truth, so it's up to you if you want to feel angry about it.
ついさっき聞いたような返答をしやがって。
Stop copying me.
いや、それよりシンジはどうしたんだよ。なんだってそんな真似をしたんだ。
Fine, but what about Shinji? Why did he act like that?
聞いた話じゃ、遠坂にこっぴどく振られたとかなんとか。
From what I heard, it was something like getting turned down harshly by Tosaka. Because he's a creep.
遠坂ってあの遠坂か？
Huh? You mean that Tosaka?
うちの学校にあれ以外の遠坂なんていないでしょ。
There's no other Tosaka at our school, you dunce.
2年 A 組の優等生、ミスパーフェクトこと遠坂凛よ。
I'm talking about the honor student in Class 2A, Miss Perfect Tosaka Rin.
いや、そんなあだ名は初めて聞いたけど。
I don't think I've heard that nickname before. It's the first time I've heard the nickname, but I would probably agree with it. With Tosaka involved, I can understand even Shinji getting turned down, and most of all... If it was Tosca, I can see her refusing him mercilessly. Like he deserves.
ともかくシンジのやつは昨日からずっとその調子よ。
Anyways, Shinji's been like this since
お
yesterday.
かげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてたってわけ。
That's why I've had to keep an eye on the dojo until now today.
シンジのやつ変にこらえが効かない時があるからな。三つ釣り大変だろうけど頑張ってくれ。
Shinji has a nasty temper. I know it's hard, but keep up the hard work, Mitsuzuri. You keep understating everything. I feel like you need a clue stick. Like, just a little clue to help you understand that your friend is an ass. He's like, if you took the biggest jackass in the world and piled that jackass on top of another jackass, Shinji would still be a bigger jackass. Ash Ketchum is smarter than this, yeah.
Oh, he's way smarter.
I wonder what Pokemon it is.
はいはい。けどね、シンジって懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には、今度こそ遠坂本人に何かしそうでさ。
Okay, but Shinji never knows when to stop, you know? Feel like he'll do something really bad if he asks her out again and gets turned down again. You mean he wouldn't learn his Of course he wouldn't learn his lesson the first time. He didn't learn his lesson after getting beaten up.
いくら信じても振られた相手には近寄らないだろう。あいつそのあたりはちゃんとしてるぞ。
No, even Shinji wouldn't approach someone who turned him down. He's pretty good about that kind of thing. No, you're wrong, Shiro. You're wrong.
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけど、うちの道場をよく見学に来るのよ。エミヤは辞めちゃったから知らないだろうけどね。
But he can't help it if the person who turned him down comes near him. I don't know why, but Tosaka comes and visits the dojo pretty often. You quit, so you wouldn't know. Nani? That's the first I've heard of it. Tosaka Rin doesn't do any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she went straight home since she even turned down the recommendation to join the student council.
ま、たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く泊まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。お気の毒様っていうか、ご愁傷様っていうか。
Well, maybe that sort of thing is good every now and then. He has a haughty attitude, so it might be good for him to have a hard time for once. You know, no, I think he should have a hard time for the next 25 years.
Nah, that's too generous.
Mitsuzuri says some dangerous things. Come to think of it, I heard that Tosaka has many enemies. Could Mitsuzuri be one of them?
おい、三つ釣り。いくらなんでもそれは。
Hey, Mitsuzuri, that's going to...
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
Oh, it's almost time. Bye, Emiya. Come and see my archery skills sometime. Bye, waifu. Mitsuzuri hurries off.
相変わらずだな、あいつ。
She's just like always. And, once again, Shiro, your thirst is showing. But I like that part of her. Yep. Feeling calmer now, I head for the classroom.
I don't know. I like that Mitsuzuri's like the one platonic female friend that Shiro seems to have.
It's lunchtime. Our school has a splendid cafeteria, and most students eat there. But there are some old-fashioned students who bring their own lunches. Two of them happen to be me and the student council president in front of me.
エミヤ、その唐揚げを一つくれないか。俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
Emiya, could you give me some of that fried chicken? My lunch is desperately lacking in meat.
いいけど、なんだってお前の弁当ってそう質素なんだ一世。いくら寺だからって酒も肉も取らないなんて教えがあるわけでもないだろう。
Sure, but why is your lunch so plain? You live in a temple, but there aren't any teachings prohibiting meat or alcohol, right?
何を時代錯誤なことを。これは単に親父殿の趣味だ。
Such an anachronism. It's just my father's way.
小坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよなどという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか。俺も考えどころだ。
He says there's no luxurious foods for a young priest and that I should have to work for what I want. I'm thinking of running away and joining the circus. By the way, I have a theory, and I don't know if this has been confirmed yet. This has to be Kirei's son.
Oh, Issei?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I mean, it's the same temple, so...
Well, okay, no, but Kirei's not stationed at the Ryudo Temple, he's stationed at the church.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, that sounds like that guy. Issei's father is the priest of the Ryudo Temple, and a bold guy who's old friends with the old man at Fujine's place. You can't expect a normal personality when he's friends with a guy like that, who we have established is Yakuza.
それは。じゃあ、いつか恩返しを期待して一つ。
That's great. Well then, I'll give you one in the hope of repayment someday. I hand in my lunchbox.
いやいや、ありがたく。これも托発の修行なり。
Thank you. This too is part of my religious training. Issei bows deeply. How can I put this? I never know what to say when things like this remind me that he's the son of a priest.
ああ、そういえばエミヤ、朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。ちょうどエミヤと別れるあたりの交差点だが。
Oh, by the way, Emiya, did you know there was something going on around the 2nd Avenue? It's right around the intersection where we parked.
交差点？
Intersection? The intersection this morning. He must mean that clamor with all the police cars.
なんでもな、殺人があったそうだ。詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたというが、その凶器が包丁やナイフではなく、長物だというのが普通じゃない。
I heard there was a murder. I don't know the details, but of the family of 4, only the child survived. They said the older sister and the parents were stabbed to death. But what's strange is that they think the weapon was a long one, not like a knife or something. Was it Lancer?
Or wound?
A long weapon. He must mean something like a sword. It was a murder, so that must mean the sister and parents were killed. I picture it. Someone barging in during the night. Unjust violence. A one-sided pillage like an accident. Slashed parents. The sister killed without even knowing what's going on. To the side, the child. Covered in their blood.
一世、それ犯人は捕まったのか？
Issei, have they caught the murderer?
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故。こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。
It doesn't seem like it.
喉に飯でも詰まったか？
It doesn't seem like that. Accidents from faulty construction in Shinto and murder here. It's no wonder they're making the curfew at school. What's wrong, Emiya? Did you choke on something?
別に。何もないけど、なんだよ、いきなり。
Nothing. What's wrong?
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな。少し驚いた。すまん。食事時の話ではなかったな。
No, I was just surprised since you had a nasty expression. Sorry, this wasn't something I should have talked about during lunch. Issei tries to soften the air apologetically. I was fine with the topic, but was I really making such a nasty face? And then, there's a quiet knock at the door.
失礼。竜道はいるか？
Excuse me, is Ryoto here?
ああ、はい。何ですか、先生。
Huh, oh, yes, what is it, Sensei? Issei addresses Kuzuki, who just entered. It must be a simple talk about the student council, as Issei seems pretty relaxed. Wow. That's not something you see every day. Despite his appearance, Issei's very shy. The guy who draws a line against his classmates and even his teachers is letting his guard down with Kuzuki.
真面目なとこで気が合うのかも。
Maybe they get along because they're both so serious. And I have to ask, why so serious? Want to know how I got this scar? It was in a construction accident. Kuzuki Soichiro, the teacher in charge of Class 2A, is serious and stubborn. Probably that aspect helps him get along with Issei, who prizes order and discipline. There must be order. The two continue to talk. All the while, I can't get the story of the murder out of my head. So yeah, we have magic, we have murder, we have mystery, we have a Holy Grail War.
This story really just has it all. Really
It has it all.
Has it all.
Romance, tragedy, abuse, it has everything. Classes end and it's time to go home. I cannot go anywhere as I have work today. I should leave school and go straight to the neighboring town, but... Still worried about the conversation I had this morning, I've made my way to the archery club before I knew it.
もう何やってんだ俺。
Jeez, what am I doing? According to Mitsuzuri, Tosuka Rin comes here often. Well, I really don't care about that, but I know that Shinji getting angry at her is going to be a problem. And I'm thirsting for Rin, so, you know.
シンジのやつ。
Who doesn't
となる
thirst
と
for
止
him?
まらないからな。
Shinji just doesn't stop when he gets angry. It's bad if Shinji gets violent because she just turned him down. I don't know why it's bad, it's just bad. What? Are you thick?
You very thick.
You... I think you lost some brain cells recently.
He's as thick as his penis.
God damn you.
It's a fucking eroge. I can say whatever I want.
It makes me feel bad just thinking about it, so I have to stop it from happening.
なんだ。遠坂いないじゃないか。
Oh, Tosuka's not here. Tosuka isn't around. Mitsuzuri's worries were needless.
へえ、誰がいないって？
Oh, who's not here?
だから誰がいないって？
So, who's not here? Thirsty boy. And there's Issei, whom I just left behind.
お前か一世。あんまり驚かすなよな。
Oh, it's you, Issei. Don't scare me like that.
いや、エミヤが挙動不審げに道場を眺めていたからつい。
We also have a sale of matricide, genocide, and for a week we offered deicide for free. Well, you were looking at the Oh no, that's Issei. Well, you were looking at the dojo suspiciously. Some people might even say you were sus. A sussy baka?
で誰がいないって
So, who's not there? I have to put my finger to my glasses every time I try to get into that voice because it's just I have to envision I'm doing like Uryu Ishida.
誰って遠坂だよ。なんでも昨日シンジと一悶着あったらしいんだ。それで、一応様子を見に来ただけだ。
Tosaka, I heard she had an argument with Shinji yesterday, so I came to see how things were.
ほうほう挙動不審だな。聞かれてもいないのに理由まで話すなど。俺は誰がいないかと聞いただけなのだが。
Oh, wow, that is sus. You gave your reasons without being asked. I only asked you who wasn't here.
なんだよ。別にいいだろ。俺が何しようが俺の勝手だ。
What? What I do shouldn't concern you.
それはしかり。だが無駄だぞエミヤ。遠坂はここにはいない。なぜならあいつは今日ずる休みだ。
Yes, that's right, but it's useless, Emiya. Tosaka won't be here. That's because she intentionally skipped school today.
何
What? Skipped school? So she was absent today?
そうか。欠席か。待て伊勢。なんで遠坂がずる休みなんだよ。あいつがそんなのするわけないだろ。
I see, she's absent. Wait, Issei, how can you say she skipped school? I don't think she'd do such a thing.
するとも。あいつが風邪などひくものか。俺が見たところあいつは悪いやつだ。外見に騙されるとパクッと食われるぞエミヤ。
Of course she will. She won't catch a cold. As I see it, she's evil. You'll be eaten if you let her looks deceive you, Emiya. Don't be deceived by that buttocks. They may be firm, but it contains pure evil. Don't look at the booty wobbling. It's pure evil booty. Somehow Issei's words annoy me. It's true that I don't know her, but I can't imagine that she's a bad person. You thirsty. Y'all thirsty.
言い過ぎだぞ伊勢。遠坂はそんなやつじゃないだろう。
You're going too far, Issei. Tosaka can't be like that.
なんだエミヤも遠坂狙いなのか。ああ、それはすまない。今のは流してくれ。
What? You're after Tosaka too? Oh, I'm sorry. Please ignore what I just said. After Tosaka? Who said anything like that?
勝手に決めつけるな。俺はただシンジが揉め事を起こしたら大変だから。
Don't jump to the don't blah 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 blah. Don't jump to conclusions. I just thought it'd be bad if Shinji got into trouble again.
シンジが
Yeah,
遠
we're
坂
not
に
after
殴り
we're
かか
not
ろう
after
としたら
Rin.
止める
Let's
ため
let's go
か。
for another route.
またそんな役回りをするな。
I'm after
別に
Rin.
俺は気にしないが、割と趣味が悪いのだな、エミヤは。
Alright. Sorry, just taking a drink.
Yep.
So, you were planning to stop Shinji if he attacked Tosaka, huh? You're playing an unrewarded role again. I don't really care, but you have a bad taste, Emiya. Well then stop biting him.
してないから損じゃない。けど伊勢、お前今変なこと言わなかった。
It's not unrewarded since I haven't done it. But Issei, didn't you say something strange?
遠坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい？
Huh? You mean that going after Tosaka is in bad taste?
そう。遠坂は人気あるじゃないか。俺もあいつの悪い噂は聞かないぞ。
Yeah, Tosaka is really popular. I haven't heard any bad rumors about her.
ああ、聞かないね。それがまた気に食わない。
Yes, none. And that's exactly what I don't like about it.
気に食わないってどの辺がだよ。
What don't you like about it?
だから全部だよ。あれはメギツネだ。女性だ。妖怪だ。とにかく生理的に気に食わない。悪いことは言わないから、エミヤも気に入らないようにしろ。
Everything. The woman is a fox, a schoolgirl, a monster. I just don't like her physiologically. I won't say anything bad, but you should try to hate her too. Somebody's jealous.
Oh god, that line. I wouldn't say anything bad, but you should try to hate her too. Like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
I won't say anything bad. I just hate her physiologically.
いいっせ。人の陰口は良くないってお前の口癖じゃなかったか？
Issei, don't you always say we shouldn't talk badly of people behind their backs?
たわけ。これが陰口に入るか。俺は聞こえるように喋っている。
Idiot, this doesn't count as talking behind her back. I'm speaking so that she can hear it. She's not here. It is technically behind her back, even if she's... What are you, Issei? What are you? Tell me, explain to me, what are you?
He's a fucking Christian.
God damn it. I like you, Issei, but like there's some things I'm just like, what? I'm talking so that she can hear. She's homesick. She can't hear you.
Quote unquote sick.
No wonder I feel someone's eyes from the archery dojo. Thank God. I'm so glad Tosuka is absent today.
頼む一世。悪いが早速陰口にしてくれ。
Please, Issei. Please restrict yourself to talking behind people's backs. Oh my God. I just... That line, I need a minute. Like, what? What are
Issei is a
you?
very perplexing man.
I've known many complex people, but you baffle me, Issei. I am baffled. I'm glad we continue with the stream because what do I say to this?
Yeah.
What do I say to something like that? I don't...
Yeah.
Stream highlights, eat your heart out.
エミヤがそういうのなら了解した。
All right, if you say so.
が、とりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ。単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだ。
But I
あくまで
wasn't
個人の趣味思考の範囲だろう。
But I wasn't insulting her at all. I was only saying that I'm on guard against her. That should be within my rights. You called her a schoolgirl, a monster. You called her evil, and you said you should hate her like I do. How is that not
Yeah.
insulting her?
その割には
Yeah,
妖怪だとか
Issei's
メギツネだとか言ってたけど
freaking like opinion on Rin is just completely irrational.
But you were saying things like monster and fox, and I think I heard something about the devil and Satan, and then it kind of devolved into something about you hating her because of Lord Xenu or something like that. And I think the term schoolgirl is discrimination. Is it? Is it though? Is it? Like, I don't think schoolgirl is discriminatory. Like, maybe for age, but like, she's a
I don't know.
She's a girl in school, a school girl.
何？褒め言葉だ。メギツネにも妖怪にもいいものはいる。
No, that was just praise. There are good foxes and monsters too. I mean, technically yes, but not in the
Yeah, but, like, you just
context.
In this context, you're just contradicting yourself like so fucking much, Issei. Like, god damn.
This kid This kid is clearly head over heels in love with her and doesn't want to admit it.
It's like that one SpongeBob meme where it's like, "Oh, I hate Tosaka. Why do you hate like, do you have a reason why you hate Tosaka? No, but I'm gonna continue to hate her until I get a reason not to."
So here we have Tosaka. Yes, I see. Tosaka is a perfect student. No one says anything bad about her. Yes, I can see that. So everyone likes her. She's a model student. Yes. Clearly, she's a good person. No, that's what makes her suspicious.
Makes sense to me. So then she's waifu. Nah, she's a monster.
あくまで遠坂を表現する値として採用しただけである。
I only applied the terms to describe Tosaka.
Cuts.
Cuts? I don't know what that means. Issei laughs.
それではな。俺は生徒会室に戻るが、エミヤはバイトだろう。こんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう。
Well, I'll be going. I'm going back to the student council room. But you're going to work, right? You shouldn't have time to play around like this. He must feel refreshed now that he said everything he wanted as he leaves, calmly. I've known him for 2 years now, but I still don't understand his personality. I don't understand what just happened here.
Just the man contradicting himself like 50 million times just because he can't admit he loves this one girl.
Phil, when this stream is ended, I want you to, not this week, but like sometime next week, just make a stream highlight for this with the SpongeBob meme and just go to town with this because this.
Yeah, I'll try to fit it in my schedule. Like, you know, I have a busy next week and a half with not only the video but also just like I have like 2 other assessments to do. But I'll try to find the time for it.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be like right now, but like just this deserves highlighting. Like, what the fuck just happened? So chat, I hope you're enjoying this.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it as well. Fucking, this has been a great stream.
This has been a pretty good stream. 20 minutes after taking the bus from my school, I arrive at the neighboring town of Shinto across the bridge.
なんだ、まだ5時前か。少し時間があるな。
Oh, it's not 5 o'clock yet. I guess I still have some time. Miyama City is a residential district, so there's no part-time jobs there, but the developing Shinto has many available. The school approves of students having part-time jobs, so I work a few easy ones. I prefer hard physical labor that ends as quickly as possible. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as it builds my body while I get paid for it. You know, that is good reasoning. Today's job is a simple loading job from 5 to 8 o'clock. Even though it's only 3 hours, there's 6 hours worth of work to do. They make you run around without a minute's rest. Yeah, that's work for you, alright. So I should rest when I can, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It's a waste of energy walking around until my job, so I guess I'll rest in the park. This park among the buildings is like a big field. A park should be filled with people like families and lovers on weekends, but it's empty here now. No, this place is always desolate. This place is the same as always. I'm a bit sad. utterly neglected ground looks awful compared to the neatly organized surroundings. The desolate area makes the wind feel cold. This is the remains of the conflagration 10 years ago, and this is the place where I was saved from burning to death.
なんで芝生とか植えないんだろう。いつまでもこのままってのはもったいない。
I wonder why they don't plant grass here. It's a waste to keep it like this. It's a large area, so if they retiled it, the park would get bigger. Thinking absent-mindedly, I sit down on a bench. I stare at the burned land to pass the time. I don't remember what happened here back then. I probably don't remember because I was a kid, and it wouldn't have been an easy scene to memorize. All I can remember is that it was hot, and I couldn't breathe, and that people died trying to save others.
どうしてそうなのかな。
I wonder why. For example, an adult that tries to save a child from a burning house. He saved the child but died in its place. For example, there are people who had their throats burned, but they gave what little water they had to one guy, and the others died. For example, there was someone who ran alone to get away from the fire as fast as possible, and everyone that he passed on the way died. And for example, people who died because they gave away something that was saving them, only to save others that they didn't even know. I didn't like things like that. It makes me mad that those who tried hard were sacrificed. Am I greedy to want an ending where everybody is safe and happy? All I wanted was to see people relax peacefully, so why couldn't I manage such a simple thing?
それは難しい。シロの言っていることは誰も彼も救うということだからね。
That's difficult. What you want is to save everyone. Kiritsugu answered so to the question I asked as a child. Of course, as a child, I denied it. Because Kiritsugu saved me, I knew he was a sorcerer who could do anything. I knew he was a superhero who couldn't ignore people in need, who saved them for no benefit. So, I believed Kiritsugu could have saved everyone back then. When I told him that, he made a troubled expression and said something that I remember to this day.
シロ、誰かを救うということは誰かを助けないということなんだ。いいかい？正義の味方に助けられるのはね、正義の味方が助けたものだけなんだよ。当たり前のことだけど、これが正義の味方の定義なんだ。
Shiro, saving one person means not saving another. Look, a superhero can only save the people he has saved. It's obvious, but that is the definition of a superhero. I understand that. It's obvious now that he said it. Let's say there's a robber and some hostages, and the robber intends to kill the hostages. With normal methods, most of the hostages will be killed. Even if you use a miraculous method to save all the hostages, there will still be one person who isn't saved. That is, of course, the robber, whose hostages were rescued. The people a superhero saves are only those he decides to save. That's why even God cannot save everyone.
それが天才ならなおさらだ。誰であろうと全てを助けるなんてできなかった。
All the more so if it's a natural disaster. No one could have saved everyone. The fire 10 years ago was like that. It's not something I, who was miraculously saved from it, can talk about now.
けど嫌だ。
But I don't want that. I don't want such a thing. I don't want help that has a limited capacity. You have to help no matter how impossible it is. And this is why I really like Shiro.
I've been staying quiet this entire time because I didn't want to interrupt you talking, reading throughout the thing. But yeah, Shiro is a character who is so wrapped in survivor's guilt that he takes Kiritsugu's ideal of wanting to be a superhero, but applies that but he can't help but apply that survivor's guilt to him, where it's like he wants to save everyone, as futile as of an effort as it is. And people get on Shiro's back, especially in the Fate route, and I used to be one of those people, about his ideals are stupid. Like, why the hell you can't save everyone? Like, why are you just throwing yourself into harm's way? And but the thing is, that's the point. Shiro's ideals are fundamentally flawed, but it's something that he just can't help. He cannot help himself because he physically cannot stand to see someone in harm's way, and that's what I love about Shiro.
He is kind of like a comic book definition of a hero in a realistic world. And I think a good example of this is Invincible. Invincible wants to save everyone, but he's not strong enough at the beginning, and he's unpracticed, and he gets beat up a lot, and he has to fight against a lot of people, and he doesn't always save everyone. But he wants to because it's the right thing to do. He has a need to save the world because he has this power and he wants to use it. And that's what Shiro is. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he has all this guilt, and he wants to use that to make the world a better place. And that's why I like Shiro. He may be thick. Yeah. He may be thick, but he's a good person.
And just saying it now, there will be times where you are so frustrated at him because of the way he goes about his ideals, but it all makes sense. And for anyone out there who at any point questions him, don't think what I did when I first played the game, where I was like, oh, Nasu wants us to side with Shiro here. It's like, maybe to an extent, yes, but Nasu knows that Shiro's ideals are flawed. Shiro himself knows that his ideals are flawed. Mm-hmm. But he does them anyway because he
has to
help himself.
It's like a compulsion. It's like, think of it like every time he sees someone in trouble, he sees the fire, and he sees himself as a child, and he sees himself saved when everyone else died around him. That's what he sees. And so he gives of himself without asking for anything in return, because he was saved by someone with no regard. It's a very powerful story. And this is why I like Shiro. I can't stand to have strangers dying around me like back then. So, if I had been...
I'm just gonna deafen for a second. One moment.
Okay.
You just keep going on, though.
So, if I had been there 10 years ago, even if it was impossible, I would have gone into the fire and... I would certainly have died in vain. That's for certain. Jeez, I'm hopeless. It's already 5 o'clock. The 5 o'clock bell rings. I stand up and quickly make my way to my work. God, yeah, tongue twister. When my job's done, the sun has already set. It's a bit before 8. I finished 10 minutes early because I worked too hard. It seems I worked frantically since I went to that place before work. Here, in front of the station, the night's just getting started. There are lots of people and a constant flow of cars on the road. The buildings are still lit up, and just looking at them makes me feel like I'm watching a grand festival of illumination. I guess I don't have to buy anything for Fujine. I walk while looking up at the lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see the top clearly. I just gaze up the building, just enjoying the night scenery. Nani? When I think I see something out of place.
なんだ今の。
What was that? I stop and stare at the rooftop. I focus my eyes, looking at the thing as small as a grain of rice. Ah, so it's Emiya who's looking up at her. It looks like someone I know. Why is she there? What would she be doing there? With her long hair fluttering and doing nothing, she looks down at the town. It doesn't seem like she notices me down here. No, there's no way she could see me. She's so high up that I, with better eyesight than most, can barely see her by improving my vision with magical energy. I can recognize her since she's standing there alone, but there's no way she would notice me down here among all these people. She's just looking down at the town. Maybe she's looking for something, as I can feel her sharp stare even down here. I forget about time and keep looking up at the girl standing in the sky. She is on top of a tall tower. She's like a witch, looking down at the earth with the moon behind her. Oh. And then she must be done with whatever she was doing as she disappears. Her figure has disappeared and the scene returns to the beautiful view of the night.
今の遠坂だったのかな。
That was Tozuka, right? I have no proof, but I think I'm right. There aren't many girls with looks that stand out that much. And more than that, I'm not stupid enough to mistake a girl I secretly admire. So you are thirsty, okay.
そうか。にしても
I see, but still. Well, Tozuka sure has strange hobbies. Unlike Shinto, there's no one in Miyama City. After 8 o'clock, there are no people around, and the town is terribly quiet. At the junction is the house I saw this morning. There's no sign of people, and the door has a "Do Not Enter" sign.
I'm back.
Welcome back. After only one day, the house is as quiet as an abandoned building. Parents and older sister killed by the burglar. What kind of life remains for the child left behind? I bite my lip, feeling powerless. Even after swearing to become like Kiritsugu, I can't do anything about something that happened so close by. Even though I want to help someone, in the end, I don't even know what I can do.
Oh, by the way, I'm assuming at this point we've passed Rin.
Yes, we saw Rin. So that mystery has been solved. It was
that mystery has been
Shiro.
solved. The person who Rin saw was Shiro.
Yes. I climbed the hill and reached the Emiya house. The lights are still on, so Sakura or Fujine must still be there.
ただいま。あれ、藤根だけか。
I'm home. Oh, just you, Fujine?
おかえりしろ。
Hmm? Oh, welcome home, Shiro. Fujine turns around, munching on a rice cracker. The TV shows a loud variety show.
もうまたこんな時間に帰ってきて。冬は日が暮れるのが早いんだから、もっと早くに帰ってきなさいって言ったでしょ。
Geez, coming home at a time like this again? I told you to come home early since it gets dark early in the winter.
だから早く帰ってきてるだろ。8時までのバイトを選んでるんだから、これ以上無茶言わないでくれ。
I am home early. I'm taking part-time jobs that finish at 8, so don't be so unreasonable.
で、さくらはどうしたんだよ。なんか晩飯の支度だけはできてるみたいだけど。
So, where's Sakura? It looks like dinner's ready, but...
さくらちゃんなら早めに帰ったわよ。今日は用事があるからって晩ご飯だけ作ってくれたの。
Sakura-chan went home early. She said she had something to do today, so she just cooked dinner and left. Fujine says so happily. As far as she's concerned, anyone who cooks for her is a good person.
そっか。確かにしばらくはその方がいいかもしれないな。最近は物騒だし、いっそ新学期まで晩飯は俺が作ろうか。
I see. That might be a good idea for a while. It's been dangerous recently, so maybe I should just cook dinner myself until next term.
反対。シロ帰ってくるの遅いじゃない。それからご飯作ってたら食べるの10時過ぎになっちゃうよ。
What? I protest. You come home so late, Shiro. If you don't cook until after that, we won't eat until after 10.
あのね、そこに自分家で食べるという選択肢はないのか、あんたは。
Hold on. Can't you just eat at home?
だからここが私の家だよ。
What? I am at home. Fujine seems puzzled. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm not sure if that makes me happy or sad.
わかったよ。藤姉に飯を作れなんて無理難題を言ってもしょうがねえ。
Alright, I understand. I can't exactly expect you to cook for yourself, can I?
それはいいけど、足元のそれなんだよ。また余計なものを持ってきたんじゃないだろうな。
Anyways, what's that thing by your feet? Don't tell me you've been picking up junk again. Fujine has a terrible habit of leaving junk at my place. Large bowls from restaurants, a heavy teapot she got in the shopping district, a strange guitar that plays by itself. I think she thinks of this place as some kind of warehouse.
ちょっと見せてみろ。ゴミだったら捨てるから。
Let me see. I'll throw it away if it's junk.
うちで余ったポスターだけど。
This, it's a poster that was left over at my place. Fujine hands me the poster. It's probably some infamous idol or something.
どれどれ
Let's see. Here we have a military-style guy with his thumbs up on a cheap-looking blue sky background. In letters like blood, it reads, Love's lovely ranger land. What? Please join the self-defense force. Hold on, this is an army recruiting poster.
それいらないからあげるね。
I don't want it, so you can have it.
俺だっていらねえよこんなの。
Oh, I don't want this either. I roll up the poster and hit Fujine with it.
へへん、外れ。
Hit missed. But Fujine deflects my attack with a poster she had hidden and counterattacks mercilessly. Bam! The poster lightly knocks my... Stars. I saw stars.
シローの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ。悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね。
Don't imagine you can hit me with your skills. You need to practice more.
そんな問題じゃないだろう今の。なぜに紙のポスターがかような破壊音を。
That's not the problem. What was that? Why does a poster make a crash like that? Could this be the skill of a master?
ごめんごめん。こっちのポスター初回特典版なんで豪華鉄板仕様だった。
Huh? Oh, sorry. This poster is a special first edition made from steel plate. You just got smacked by steel.
シロー、頭大丈夫？
Shiro, is your head alright? Taiga, is your head alright? What? these characters.
I think we're long since I think we've long since stopped trying to ask that question.
Fujine, your personality is going to kill someone one day.
その時はシローがお嫁にもらってくれるから安心かな。
I'm not worried. Shiro would marry me if that happened. What? What? What?
全速でお断りです。そんな天然殺人鬼を相方にもらう気はないやい。
Huh. I completely refuse. I have no intention of marrying such a thoughtless killer.
私そんな物騒なのじゃないと思う。
Hey, I don't think I'm that dangerous of a person.
やっぱり、得てしてそういう連中は自覚がないっていうのは本当だったのか。
I knew it. So it's true that people never know themselves. How true.
Funnily enough, this is actually
How
like
true.
this is actually something like that, like Wog families especially, that's actually pretty common in like Wog families, like that where little kids will often say like to like older relatives like, oh, I'm gonna marry you one day, like not real, but of course they're kids, so they don't realize like the bad implications of that. I would know because as like a dumb 7-year-old, I was exactly the same.
Oh god. She is just a little kid and a big body.
Oh, she absolutely is.
I'll have to watch out or I'll be killed.
ふんだ、行ってなさい。そんなことよりシロ、私お腹減った。今まで待ってたんだから早くご飯の用意しよう。
Huh. Just keep saying that. Anyways, I'm hungry, Shiro. I've waited all this time, so let's have dinner. Fujine stands up. How strange. Fujine is helping out, even if it's only setting up the dishes. She must be really hungry.
はいはい。じゃあ藤根は皿と茶碗な。ご飯ぐらい告げるだろ。
Okay, then you can get the dishes out. You can pour rice, right?
告げるよ。ねえシロ、私丼でいいかな。
I can. Hey, Shiro, can I use a bowl?
いいんじゃないか。今日はさくらもいないし、どうせ飯は余るし。
I guess so. Sakura isn't here today, so there'll be some left over anyway.
よしよし。それじゃ、シロもお揃いね。
Alright, I'll use the same for you then. Fujine pours rice into 2 bowls. Oh well, I was going to have seconds anyway. And besides, if I argue with Fujine, she'll take my dinner away. And to add, chaotic dinners like this have been common scenes for many years now. Alright. That's the end of that scene.
Yeah, that's the end of that scene, but there's literally just like 5 more lines and then we reach day 3, so that would be a perfect place to
Okay.
end.
I just want to check because we're nearing the end of 3 hours. It's been a long stream.
Yeah. It's been a long stream, but I'm just looking now on the transcript. It's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of dialogue, and then literally transition to day 3.
The day ends. Finishing a rowdy dinner and seeing Fujine off, I take a bath. After that, I practice my daily routine in the shed. I complete it as usual and go to sleep. It is 1 in the morning. The day ends peacefully without any troubles, aside from being smacked in the head by a steel plate. And we are on the 3rd day. Fate's Day night.
3rd day, baby.
Day 3, long day, long night. So let's save.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And our 4th save slot.
Yeah, I'll tell you which scene I was hoping to get to once we finish it, like once we've finished the stream, since I don't want to spoil anyone who's potentially watching this. But at the very least, what I wanted to do was at the very least get past day 2. There was an inkling inside me that was like, oh, we're not going to finish day 2, but luckily we did. So
well, yeah, because you fell
great.
asleep.
Hey, I ain't fall asleep. I conked out for like 5 minutes.
Sure. All right, so I'm saving it, and my comment is, but Fujine, that kills people. let me just check to confirm that I saved. All right, I did save. Good. So I'm going to close this here. And I'm going to try something. I haven't tried it in a long time, but I'm going to see if this works. I don't know how this works. It's been a while. We're going to try to raid someone. Let's see if someone's even online to raid. It's currently like past midnight over here. But let's see. If someone is online, then we will raid them. Go to creator dashboard. Do. Live everybody. I just saw myself looking at myself. Okay, so raid channel. Let's see. Is anyone out? No one is streaming. I tried. I'm going to try next time when we're not going for 3 hours. But I tried, but no one's online. So with that being said, I am Zenith, Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, thank you everyone for joining us. This is like the first like proper 3-hour Fate Stay Night stream. Of course, there's session 1, but that was technically 2 sessions combined into one because we ran into technical issues. So this is the first proper 3-hour Fate Stay Night stream. Thank you to everyone who popped up. I know at the end here we've kind of lost some people, which is fine. It's midnight where Zen is right now, and I also know that these past 2 streams have been very slice of life, very like certain parts exposition oriented, certain parts very just like slow character moments, which I love. And Zen, you seem to love them purely, really very fine as well. But I do know that for some people it may be a little too slow. I promise you this. Day 3 is really beefy. It's where we catch up to where the prologue ended, and it's where we really start to get into the meat and bones. Like day 3 and onward is where we really start to properly begin the Fate route. So I hope you guys really look forward to that.
And next week we will continue this. Tomorrow we have Fruity Groovy's birthday stream of Psychonauts 2. That's going to be at 8 instead of 9:30 as usual. I'm trying to go for 4 hours for this one because it's a birthday stream. I'm trying to, keep on streaming and get that sorted out. But with that being said, I am Zenith, Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully next time there will be someone to raid. But I stream late at night for myself. With that being said, have a good one, everybody. And just remember, Shinji is the worst. Shinji is the worst. Have a good one, everybody.
Mm-hmm.